Hello, how you guys doing? James here. Hope you're doing well. Well, I had an interesting thought about these videos, and this video is going to explain a lot about the mindset of why some women are single, and why some women are not getting the men that they're asking for, and some of them just why they and the reason why some men are just checking out of the dating market altogether. And it's not looking good for some women. And the way the pattern is going, when you see social media, it's funny how social media plays into real life. And these videos gonna prove it. But I'm gonna go ahead and go to some commentators. Let me turn the volume up.
That I've taught my students to use every single day. The other day, I was about to go to OnlyFans and trade something off. And then I got an email. The email came from a brother by the name of P. And it says, no description needed, just watch this nonsense. So of course, I pressed play.
Jailbirds are at what?
Dudes that's on the streets, y'all gotta step y'all game up. Y'all are losing to these dudes that's in the damn prison system, okay? I was on TikTok last night, and I ran across a live. It was like 4 dudes that was in the feds. So I just tapped in to be nosy to see what they were talking about. Do y'all know it was thousands of girls on there, like being so thirsty, asking these locked up dudes, oh, what's your JPay? I want to see you some money. I want to come see you. I want to be your pen pal. Like, has the dating pool become that bad that we gotta reach out to that's locked up for love? And it's just winning. Like, they taking all the bad ones too. Like, y'all dudes on the streets gotta step y'all game up. Y'all are losing terribly to in the penitentiary. What? That's all. And don't be mad at me. I'm just saying. I guess they loving the jail talk right now. I don't know. It's working. Whatever they saying and whatever they doing, it's working. Every other female I know is dealing with some dude in prison. I don't know. But it speaks volumes about y'all dudes on the streets.
And guys, that video came from a young lady by the name of Quinn_DUH88, also known as LaQuinda Hooper. So I thought this video was very interesting. Now, the reason why it was interesting because she was pretty much blaming men, and in this case, culturally, I'm assuming she meant black men. How come you brothers out there are letting these jailbird dudes take all these women? And these women look good. These women are beautiful. Like, and you brothers are not out here dealing with them? So of course, some black men started checking her in the comments. And we have this brother by the name of Nathan. He put up a comment that said, they are winning, stupid ASS, they lost. They are in prison. How is that a flex being locked up? Go right ahead and go get them. So this is what she said.
Listen, I told y'all not to get mad at me, okay? Don't shoot me, I'm just a messenger. I'm just telling y'all what I seen when I tapped onto that live. It was 4 dudes in the feds. And when I say the comments was just coming. They had like thousands of girls, all girls. And they were nice looking because, yes, I did go be nosy and look at their page. They was nice looking females that was on them dudes' trail. And I was baffled, like, oh, wow. I didn't know it was like that. You know what I mean? Like, they was with no...
Level up your savings with Save to Win from Right Pat Credit Union.
No shame. They was at them dudes like real bad. And I was like, what the hell? So when I say they winning, I'm not saying that they're winning. I'm saying that they're winning with the females. Based off what I seen. Like, come on now, y'all don't give me too much. Y'all don't do that to me. I'm just talking about what I seen. And I really was just being funny, making a joke about it. Y'all really taking this serious and blown out of proportion. We know a dude in jail ain't winning. We get that. But they winning with them. Is what I was trying to say. Okay? Like, chill out on me. I don't want to fight. And I'm married. I got a husband. I was just saying. Damn.
Before I get into that, There was another video that I saw of another very young, attractive lady, and this lady is very attractive, by the way. Her name is Ivy Trey Montriana, a young lady who I definitely know must be African American, a name like that. And the name of this video was How My Husband Was Sentenced to Life in Prison at the Age of 21.
How my husband was sentenced to life in prison at the age of 21.
So, babe, these people want to know why you got your black ass in jail at the age of 20 years old and facing a life sentence. Let's talk.
But it's like when you go to jail or some shit like that, like they book you with the worst cases, but worst crimes that the case can hold. Like shit, again, they charge me with robbery, murder, and conspiracy. Charges right now is second-degree robbery, felony murder, and conspiracy. When you in the commission of a felony and the commission of a robbery type shit, a felony and somebody died, how many people it is, they get charged the same charge no matter what. They're not supposed to keep talking about. They know it was some bullshit. That's why they charged me second-degree robbery and everybody else first-degree robbery.
Like, you understand that you had to do time for this because of, you know what I'm saying, the circumstances that was around the case, but you didn't kill nobody in particular, so you don't feel like you deserve that harsh of a sentence type shit.
Absolutely. It was an overpunished sentence.
Right.
You know, like with my public defender, they said some things they didn't say what they were supposed to say. They didn't argue how they were supposed to argue. They just did the bare minimum. But a public defender, that's what public defenders do. Like when you got your life on the line like that, you need like a paid lawyer that's gonna fight for you it's their life on the line themselves. Like if they kids like type shit. A public defender, they gonna get paid regardless.
Okay. If y'all got questions, comment, let me know.
Now, wait a minute. This other sister, LaQuinda Hooper. Now, after she's going to get at black men, basically for not getting with these beautiful women who are sending all these brothers in jail money, she's going to admit to something because another brother came and checked her. She says this.
I mean, a lot of people may think that, but that's actually not the case. My dad was very active and involved in my life, and he told me to stay away from those bad guys. He actually taught us right from wrong. I'm the oldest of 4. I have 2 sisters that are younger than me. And he instilled it in us so much to stay away from these bad guys. So much that we did the opposite. When we all grew up, we ran right to the bad guys. So yeah, don't blame him. He did his job. He taught us right from wrong. We didn't listen. We were hard-headed, so. And with that, we all have suffered the consequences of dealing with those type of dudes. But do you think we stopped? Nope. My sister's still dating the same type of dudes, and my dad is pissed off.
If you want to learn Python for a career in data science, IT, or engineering, then you need the...
Pissed off, actually. He don't like it. He don't like our choice of men because he know he taught us better than that. So he's actually disappointed. But hey, don't blame him. He did his job. We are grown to make our own decisions now. So yeah, leave him out of it.
So she admits that despite the fact that her father is a man that raised her right, she loved these Pookie guys. But she's castigating these men because you're getting beat to the punch by dudes in the prison. Let me explain to this young lady, since some of the brothers did reach out to her, maybe in a negative way. Let me just tell you this. I used to always feel just like her. Wow, these women are so beautiful. These women are so nice looking or nice acting. Why is it that they like dudes in prison and not guys who are, professional working guys or guys who have good values? And the real reason is nobody knows. But here's what I understand. Nobody cares. If those women so decide that they feel like they want to deal with a guy like that, what loss is it to a man who's doing very well? Nobody is losing to a woman who's dealing with a Pookie and a Ray Ray. It's almost certain if I find out a woman is doing that, there is no way you can ever take a woman like that seriously. Not only is she going to ruin her own life based on her bad decisions, the question would be, what is she going to do in your life? Like, that's the question that nobody wants to talk about. What is it that this lady is going to do in her own personal life for a man. If this is the kind of man, if you're single and you're good looking and you're not in jail, you're spending money and sending money on JPay. So what should I do? Should I give her money so she can send this guy's money on JPay? Because that's probably what's going to happen. And the reality is a lot of men just don't want to be bothered. A lot of brothers are past somebody looks good, somebody's attractive, somebody got a fat butt, somebody got a nice chest, somebody has a vibe. At the end of the day, I think that men are looking for the same thing that women are looking for, which is, what value are you adding to my life?
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
Now, once we look at it from that perspective, all of those other things start to become null and void. How big your booty is, right? How good you look, how pretty you are, the emotions I have when I see you, I'm happy to see you. Those things become less and less important when you don't really do anything for me. That's beneficial, especially the older a guy gets, right? And when you see women out there that are dealing with guys and spending money on a guy in prison, do you think that a woman wants to deal with a guy that's in jail when she can be getting taken care of on the outside? Do you think that's logical? It probably shows me whatever she wants outside she can't get. So now she's settling for that which is in prison. And a lot of ladies that settle for guys in prison, they do so because when they get out, they have some level of control over. You know, a brother's not going to be able to do what he wants to do if he's depending on her for money, depending on her for housing. All of those things are going to be null and void. Okay? So she don't have to change. But if she's with a guy that got something going, and if he's doing very well, you don't have to deal with that. And he's not going to deal with that. So what you're asking is, why don't you guys want to deal with what nobody else wants to deal with but a guy that's incarcerated? And let me just say this, brothers, if you are the ones that are incarcerated, I'm not hating on you. If you want to deal with these chicks and they want to deal with you, more power to you. Let them send you everything on JPay. As long as they're not bothering me, I don't give a damn what you do, to be honest. You can send everything on JPay, QuickPay, eBay, Day. As long as you leave my ugly ass alone, I don't give a damn what you're talking about. Have fun, okay? Have fun. So, I think I speak for a lot of black men in particular, that nobody wants to put up with that stuff. Nobody. Nobody wants his worth his weight in gold, wants to put up with somebody that thinks like that. Because they're not gonna bring any value. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Fridge.
After this video, your life is never going to be the same. So I need you to stop whatever you're doing.
Well, the guys in the soft guy era, they are really starting to take off, and they are breaking down the mentality of what they say broke women is. Case in point, our brother here. He's gonna break down the love language of broke women. Let's go ahead, Rose.
Bro, every broke woman's love language is receiving gifts. Y'all ain't never noticed that? Or it's like somebody doing an act of service for them. It's never physical touch. It's never words of affirmation. It's always receiving gifts. And it's like, broke women be like the most materialistic women, and they don't never have no materials. It's always receiving gifts.
I didn't even be like that.
Broke women.
That's true.
They are the only ones that complain about providing for a man.
Yep.
Women with money do not complain about providing for men.
No, they don't.
You see what I'm saying? If she broke, bro, don't even ask her what her love language is. I promise you, she gonna be trying to get everything from you as fast as she can. It's always gonna be receiving gifts or somebody doing something for them, bro. They cannot afford to have a different love language. You see what I'm saying? The women that got money, they don't mind doing for their men, bro. I promise y'all, bro. Stop dating these broke women, bro. Get you a woman that got some money. Get you a woman that got some motion, bro. I promise you, your life is gonna be 10 times better.
You know what? Listen, like I said, I of course I'm not out there like y'all, not at all. I'm very happy to be with my wife, and I wouldn't want to trade no places with none of you out there dealing with these women. But you know, you guys that's doing this soft guy era thing, you know, I'm understanding it. I'm 100% understanding it, and I get it. Because for a long time, just using y'all. They were using y'all. Y'all go out there and work hard and try to do something to impress them. And they were using y'all for dinner dates. They were using y'all for gifts. They were using y'all for all kind of things. And now, the soft guy era, maybe some of men are looking at their worth as a human being. And he's right. The ones who don't have no money is the most materialistic. Think about it. They want to call you broke while they don't even have what you have. He's 100% right. We've all seen that. They want to talk down on the car you're driving, and yet they don't have a car. They want to talk down on where you're living, and they live at their mammy house.
Right.
But yet expect you to be riding around in a Mercedes Benz, something like that. I'm talking about a new one. I'm not talking about an older one. Brand new Mercedes Benz, or you'd be dressing in all this expensive jewelry.
Exactly.
She don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
She don't bring nothing at all to even comparison to what you got going on, and she think her looks compared to what you got in money. No, it don't.
No.
And a lot of these guys are starting to figure that out. These guys are saying the same thing the women are saying now. Say, hey, they want a woman that makes 6 figures too. They want a woman that can actually pay for some vacations too, buy gifts too. Why not? Hey, that's all equality to me, right? Then a lot of other women say they want equality. They don't want to be dealing with the patriarchy, and patriarchy produces misogyny, and men feeling they can just control women. Well, traditional men is part of the patriarchy. Right. So since you don't want the patriarchy, I'm not saying all, but I'm talking about those who are saying that, well, the soft guy area is a good response, because now that is true equality right in itself. You want him to make 6 figures? You better make it too. You want him to do something for you? You better do something for him. You have to pay bills 50-50, just like he got to pay bills. Hey, that's what it is, because dudes are just not dealing with. And you know what? Like, think about it. For years, men have died early in life. Men, say, oh, the husband always died before the wife. Why? Because he's killed himself for years working. He's worked so many jobs or whatever, broke down his body, go to work sick, all kind of things, and then he ends up dying. His woman sit there and watched him do it. Didn't even want to assist him in anything. Watch the man work sick. And these guys today say, I'm not working sick. I'm not working 70, 80 hours a week for you to sit up. No. And then you can work 70, 80 hours a week and that woman still leave you. And there's nothing you can do about it. She could take your kids. She could cheat on you and still get child support. So these young guys say, nope. You're going to have skin in the game just as much as I got it in this soft guy era. So you know what, fellas? I get it. Y'all tired of being used and abused. I 100% get it. Change the game, fellas. Change the game. Now, of course, a lot of ladies not liking this. Not at all. But hey, they're only using your talking points. They're not saying anything that you haven't said already or haven't done. Of course, they went to the same insults about being gay, about being sassy. That's the only thing they can say, shame. Let me go ahead and shame them. Let me lie to them. Let me lie because they can't physically make you do anything. So they have to get you to change your behavior based off of shame, trying to insult you. You know what I'm saying? So that's not even working. That's like water off a duck's back. It's just that simple. A lot of these younger men are saying that we're not going to go the way of our fathers and grandfathers because some of them were left dead, destitute, and left. So, hey, this is the men that y'all created. So, shout out to the men in the soft guy era. Like I said, you definitely, your uncles to support y'all. Make sure you get some good equality. Because I wouldn't want my son being done bad out here either.
Speaking of that, I'm gonna give you an incident. This young woman, and you probably won't see her picture. Was just his correspondent, just being friends with this young woman on Facebook. You know how you meet people, and we were just talking, and she told me that she was divorced and everything. I don't know. She didn't tell me the reason why she was divorced. So after all this is a new hustle, guys. That are women. This comes from what some women are doing. So, you know how you meet somebody on Facebook and you say, and you see what they're really about. Why they contact you. Some people don't even contact. Some people don't even respond. But I had a situation recently, and so we start talking and getting to know that she's from Ohio, so outside of Ohio, outside the city where I'm at. So she run this game on me, right? Let me tell you, she run this game on me, right? You know how if you ever use Facebook, you have Facebook friends, and this can probably happen to women too. They always want you to go to another website, right? They don't want to stay on Facebook for some reason. They meet people on Facebook, but they want them on another site. The site she want me to go to is Telegram. It's another website, social website where you meet people. So, long story short, after I didn't barely know her for about a week. Barely know her for about a week. She gave me a rundown history. Now I haven't met this woman. Haven't met her in person or nothing. I haven't met her in person, nothing like that. So at the end of the time, guess what she tells me? First she said, I want to ask you, after I didn't talk to her about a week, it goes like this. I'm just sitting here, and I just tell her I was sitting here watching some thing about relationships. And she said, I want to ask you something. This is barely a week. I'm going to tell you how some of these young women are out here, man. And the reason why some men don't want to be bothered with some of these women that are on social media. I said, okay, go ahead and ask. And then she comes out and she said, I just want to ask you, maybe you can help me out with some money. I want to go and get some pads, I guess. I already spent all the money I got for medicine. It's maybe $30. And I said, and I'm really sorry for asking you this. And I said, well, I'm kind of buying right now. I put this in here, right? And right now at the moment. And she said, how much do you have now, babe? And she said, and I didn't respond. I didn't get a chance to respond. So she said, I just need it just to tell me amount you got to support me, babe. I barely even know this woman. I barely know her. I met her back over in barely within the week. In fact, it was like it was back on Monday. In fact, it was Monday. Already asking me for some money. I'm like, I'm just Facebook friend, but this is the new thing. Of course, I blocked her after that, man. It's like, how you gonna meet somebody you barely even know, ask somebody some money you don't even know, and then you haven't even met in person, you haven't done anything. It's like these women. I'm telling you how these women think that you're so pretty now that now they don't have to do anything. They think that. And they'll show you a picture of their full physique and think that you should just give them money. That's what it is now. It's like, well, I'm gonna give you money. Hey, if I'm gonna be in a relationship with somebody and give somebody I said, even if it was a friend of mine, I gotta know you for a while. I don't just lend money out to people I barely know. And somebody I know and that they know me, and I just couldn't do that. I don't know what these young women these days. It's like, you're a young, attractive female. Why don't you go about, if you come in, a female can get money online just like that. Just with a personality. If you're an attractive female, you go get money, put a product online, and you don't really have to take off your clothes. You go on TikTok, you got a good personality. You go on YouTube, you got personality. You can make you some money. Somebody can give you some daps, some check. You know, but why is it that, you know, some women gotta do this? And so I blocked her. I mean, it's like, you know, it's like, you're not my girlfriend. We're barely even knowing each other. You know, so the moral of the story is, man, guys, be careful. You want these older gentlemen or younger gentlemen, or they think that you don't have no girlfriend, or you haven't been, and it's not that you, because a man don't have a woman in his life for a while. It's just like some women do like men. You know how they feel about men. You know, it's a lot of crazy people out here, and they want to manipulate, crap. They'll tell you anything what they tell you just to want you, and then after you ain't been talking for about damn near a month, they ask you for some money. It's like, damn, don't you got a job? I mean, it'd be different if, you know, you were seeing somebody, and I don't mind if I know you, but I barely even know you. You know, these young women, man, they're a mess these days, man. So, they are a mess. And I can speak from the guy's point of side. Like, they just feel so entitled as soon as you see a pretty face. You know? And probably do some webcam or something like that. They just think that you just gonna come out, and it's like, dudes ain't doing that no more. Dudes ain't doing that. Dudes are, you know, either they want you to do that, or they do the Google card thing. Yeah, that's the new thing now. So I just gave some game for you guys. Yeah, so you meet somebody on Facebook or one of these social media platform, and you're a single man, don't fall for that shit, dude. Don't give them nothing. You know, it's like they would tell a woman, don't give no man no money. You barely know. Oh, give you some sob story. Oh well. You know, and it's a damn shame you gotta be like that to people. But that's my couple-minute rant. But I just don't understand these women, man. And I just thought I'd put it in this video before I'm going to the next video. But it's like, yeah, be careful, guys, what kind of woman you meet out here. And just because she's attractive, and a lot of these women get big-headed because they still think that, you know, some guy's gonna be so vulnerable that you're gonna give them your credit card or some financial information. I barely even know you. You know, it'd be different. We would know each other for like a year or two or whatever. These people, man, it's crazy. But anyway, that's my little rant. So that's my piece of advice to the men, to single men out there. You know, watch what type of women you get with, man, because they come with some damn. Especially if you meet them on social media like Instagram or Facebook, whatever, man. Don't give these entitled females that mindset, because they feel very entitled. Because they pretty, and that maybe they spoiled, and it's like, you know, because you don't know, it could be you, and it's in America, you know. Anybody can blame women overseas, but you got women in America that do this bullshit. They do the same bullshit, man. Like they blame women overseas will do it. They be trying to hustle, man. But I'm going to the next video. Oh shit.
Oh hey, whiskey.
That's not the one. Sorry about that. Okay. And so, yeah, the jailbirds, man. That's crazy. But I'm gonna give you a little bit of media, man.
I did mention that there are some black men out there that kind of just don't get it. And honestly, when I first started in these spaces, before I got on YouTube, I asked questions, you know, over on Facebook, and I had to learn about what the hell was going on. And this next video series is a prime example of why black men need to get out of their effing feelings and listen to what our women are actually saying. and he got a wake-up call in his own chat for trying to cape for black women who can speak for themselves.
Shout out to Media Man. Watch this one. Watch this one.
But first, let's start here.
It's really black women in their 30s who've never been on a real date, who've never received a bouquet of flowers, who've never gotten a gift from the men that they were allegedly dating.
She knows a lot of black women that have never been on a proper date. And she also went to say, we know why, which alludes to the fact that black men don't take black women out on proper dates. But he's responding to her saying, hey, why don't black women go on proper dates? And if you guys remember, just recently, I just talked about this. I told black women that you control where you go or not. I put up community posts explaining the fact that a woman said that she don't go on proper dates, but she ended up going back to a dude's house. And she don't like that. And I asked, why did you go? She said, because he was cute. Simple. But then you go back on social media and you complain that you've never been on a proper date, but even though you guys control it. And I don't understand why women, particularly black women, don't understand this. You control who you go out with. You also control who you sleep with. It's very simple. If they ask you out and they tell you, nah, we're going to just go back to the house, chill a little bit, watch some Netflix and chill. Do you smoke weed? Oh, you do? Yeah, that's what we're going to do for our first date. At that point, the ball is in your court. If that's not what you want to do, then don't go. But don't complain that you went over his house, got skeeted on, and then you come on social media and complain about black men not taking you out on proper dates.
Exactly.
If it's not a requirement, then you will never go.
Exactly.
And women, y'all need to stop acting like children. Speak the F up. Y'all adults, right?
Right.
Don't y'all know that y'all control all these things?
Right.
And I hate to harp on this, but God, dog, social media coddles black women too much. Y'all are supposedly smart. 28% of y'all over the age of 25 have a bachelor's degree or higher. 22% of black men. Let me just go ahead and throw that in there, because before people start talking about it's such a huge gap, it's only 6%. I would assume that makes y'all smart. So if I'm gonna sit here and lecture y'all like little children, hey, you know that if I offer you if I offer you a candy corn and you don't like candy corn, why would you take it? It's that simple. Like, Jesus. The knight and bishops and you dudes are thinking too hard. If a woman has a strong sexual attraction for you, she will make it easy for you most of the time. Brother, we didn't already discuss this. So I'm not talking about from the man's point of view. I'm talking about black women having standards. It ain't got nothing to do with what benefits us. It's what women, black women in particular, complain about. If I see all these black women saying I've never been on a proper date, then what types of dates have you been on? To the house? How did you get there? Did that man grab your hand and make you come to his house and Netflix and chill? No. That's what I'm talking about. I'm speaking towards the point of what women are complaining about, not from what benefits men. Of course, if it was up to men, all women would just come back to the house and you ain't got to put in that much work. I get it. But if you're one of these women that don't want to do that, then you need to make sure you stick to your standards. And that's why, that dude was Brandon Jamal, the guy that made the single mom song. There's no good men but you bitches stuff.
So, you're finally ready to launch your dream business as an LLC or
if there's no good men based off of your standards, then how the hell are these men gaining access to your vagina and your womb? Do you understand now? Those two things should line up. If you think that there's no good men, what is it? Are men separated from their dicks? Huh?
Are you feeling?
So if there's no good men, you'll just take a piece of dick on the side. Does that make, ladies, I know y'all ninja watching. That sounds crazy, right? God, I mean, damn, if you want some, cool. Get you a little piece on the side. Make sure that you're safe. Make sure you wear a condom and you don't get pregnant. Men do it all the time, right? That's what we do. The majority of black men don't have kids. The majority of black men don't have STIs or STDs. So they're doing something right. They're protecting themselves. Good men are protecting themselves. That's why we having this conversation. But for y'all to be grown-ass women to go on social media and complain about things that you control, it pisses me off because y'all supposed to be smart. It shit make no sense.
I'm not even saying this to be mean. I want a genuine answer. Why are y'all dealing with men who are not taking you out? If you're telling me that's a requirement, that's what you want, then why are you dealing with men who haven't given you that bare minimum? You should only really deal with men who have a desire to do things, like take you out on a date or buy you flowers and things like that.
He's saying you should only go on dates with men who do that type of stuff. And this is only for the women who saying that's their requirement. Because there are a lot of women that don't require that, and they may get good outcomes or bad outcomes. It is what it is.
I've never sent a woman flowers because, oh, this is what she's expecting, or because she asked me to send her flowers. Yeah. No, my thought has always been I want to send her flowers because it's going to make her happy. Not because she's asked me, not because it's going to make her happy. I've taken women out because I want to go out with them.
This is where I wanted to start the conversation. So the same guy is about to respond to the top comment. This guy said, chasing the bad boys, the hood/street dudes, F-boys, and players. When it all goes wrong, all of us get blamed. Now this is the guy who made the video. Ain't no street dudes or hood dudes man. Cut it out. That's what he's saying. So basically, and I'm setting this up for a particular reason. He's saying that the guy who commented bad boys and street dudes, that's who they go for. He's like, no, that doesn't happen with black women. Before we even get to the video, we've already had multiple guys in the comments saying that that's exactly what it is, right? But he's saying, no, I know black women well enough to where I don't think that they would do that. They're not going out with hood dudes. This is his response. Listen.
Hey, we're not going to do that here, man. Like, this is, I hate when motherfuckers say this type of shit, fam. Like, what are you talking about?
So this is his thug type, trying to be mean bravado. You gotta add curse words into it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't with MF for so on and so forth. It is what it is. Social media is, people, everybody tough until you get punched in the face. Shout out to Mike Tyson. So this is him being tough to the young man who commented. Here we go.
Bro, did I say anything about hood dudes and street dudes and shit, nigga? Huh? I hate this shit, bro. I hate when it's like, it comes to like this extreme. Like, oh, like, you're dealing with hood dudes. Nah, it's some of y'all niggas who are bankers. Y'all niggas are just ass. That's it, man. What are you talking about?
So he's saying, and this goes into the conversation of the good men. You would associate being a banker with the guy who has his stuff together, aka the good man. So he's playing into the part of saying that good men are bad as well. Let's continue.
You are chronically online, my nigga. You chronically online. Women only deal with street dudes and this and that. You think I'm a street dude, nigga? You think I'm from the hood? It's the dreads, huh? Okay. Alright. It's the dreads. Okay. I've had zero problem. Zero problem with the woman, fam. None. Zero. It's not the street dudes. It's not the hood dudes. It's not the this and that. Yada, yada, yada. I hate when we say that. And we only say it when it comes to black women, too. And
so, why do y'all think that is? Why do y'all think black women get this narrative or stereotype that they're the ones chasing hood dudes? Could it possibly be that black women tell us that that's what they do?
Yeah. Yep.
Am I tripping?
No.
And this, even if there's black women in the comment section, they will tell you that that's who they chose.
Right.
Or they went through a phase where they thought those men were the guys that they liked.
Right.
I've done videos on this. So for this dude to sit there and say that this don't happen, and all of the bad experiences that these women are having are from the quote-unquote good men, it's absurd. And like I said, this is not me saying it. Black women tell you this. So it's not a stereotype. Let's continue. I don't want this to seem like I'm trying to drag black women. If black women are in the comments, speak up. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. And that's all. Like I said, I'm not speaking on opinions because I'm not a black woman, right? But black women can speak to this. If I'm lying, tell me. If you think that it's only a small percentage of black women that created this global stereotype, yes, global stereotype. Been to 50 countries, seen it.
Mm-hmm.
You let me know if I'm lying, okay? Let's continue.
Here's the thing. There is a stigma. Oh, I need me a street nigga, I need me a hood. First of all, you're not really getting that because all the all the motherfuckers who I know who still with the shits, they need a shorty with the shits. You feel me? But it's like there's always this concept where it's like, yeah, they go for the hood dudes and the nice guys like us. So you finish. Be for real, nigga. The fact that you brought that up, I can tell you not no nice ass nigga. I can tell why you have issues with women, fam. You over here talking about we, nigga. The rest of us. Ain't no rest of us, nigga. You on your own, pussy.
Oh, and he called him a pussy. Why dudes talk tough on social media like that?
Right.
I never understood that aspect of doing that.
Me neither.
Like, it's pointless to be sitting there trying to act tough on social media. Who are you scaring, bro? You don't know that, man. This is from his comment section. This is a black woman. She says, because they want to date black men, and that's what black men don't do. So essentially, she's saying that black men don't take black women out on dates. Okay? In his comment section, he says, that's incorrect. If you literally just listen to what I said. Look, this black woman says, because most black men don't know how to properly court a woman. Remember I asked that question in the comments or in the community post? Courting or dating? I thought courting was associated to a woman who was a virgin. And you had plans on getting married and you go through the family. What's the difference between courting and dating these days? Can you court a woman? How many virgins we got out there? Especially 35 and up. Okay, that's a whole other conversation. But let's continue. And unfortunately, most black women only want a black man. Unfortunately. So here we are. And the raising of standards you speak of would mean that we, and she didn't finish, but this is under his comments. He says, I don't think that's true though. I don't like framing things as most black men or most black women without empirical evidence. Personally, this woman, you know it's a woman, she said, it's weird that black women are telling you in your comments what the issue is, and you are telling them they are wrong. It's weirdo behavior. Now they're shifting the tide, and they're pissed off at him because he's trying to fight back in his own comment section. This woman says, players, at least the ones I've dated, are ladies' mans. They know how to treat women. That's why we like them. So she's going to bat for the hood dudes. And she also says, my favorite treated me like a princess for years. Took me to so many lovely places and dates that the average man couldn't. Now this brother, the guy who made the video, said, why aren't you with him anymore if you were treated like a princess? She responded by saying, some men are for fun, not forever. And when you're a beautiful woman, princess treatment is normal and regular, so no need to hold on to every man. Now, do y'all understand what the F I be saying? Every woman, every black woman don't want to get married. And I told you, at least 3 out of 4 of them don't.
So y'all mean to tell me that a healthy, happy woman will willingly choose to spend the rest of her life by herself?
Yes, a woman can be happy without being someone's wife, girlfriend, and mother. The reason why you find that so hard to believe is because you do not see the value of woman outside of being a wife, a girlfriend, and a mother. This isn't a woman's problem. This is a you problem. You define a woman's worth based on her proximity to the male phallus, okay? You are what we call male identified. There's nothing wrong with the women who choose to not have a husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, or children. There is something wrong with you.
Will willingly choose to spend the rest of her life by herself?
Yes! And yes! And yes! Baby girl, I've been single since 1998. Were you even born then? That's how long I've been single. I've dated here and there, but a relationship? No. My last relationship was in 1998. I've had relations since then, but I've been mostly celibate. 5 years here, 8 years here, and this last, that was 4 years? Which I hate I even messed that up that one day, but it was a birthday, but okay.
A therapy group. How about you hit up that number on the back of your insurance card if you have...
Someone other than me, please tell her that it's the women in therapy who are choosing to stay single. It's the therapy that made us realize we didn't need the men.
And they are okay going into these relationships eyes wide open just for a fling, just so they can get some weenie. And she's making it very clear, and I hope people are listening to this, because it wasn't just her. It was a bunch of women saying that they went through their phase of dating these types of men. The black community needs to wake the hell up and stop sitting there trying to hold all these women to a particular standard that they can't even live up to themselves because they don't want to. And she's making it very clear. Beautiful women, beautiful black women. That's what we do. Not done. Not done at all. So hopefully he got his wake-up call. So your ass get. He said, LMAO, you better be trolling. Like, hey, I know you playing. She responded and said, I promise I'm not. They be big spenders and love having fun and treating you nice. He comes back. Players treat you nice, ma'am. Please be for real. We having a serious discussion. Again, I am dead serious. They are literally so fun and will take you on vacation, write songs about you, send flowers. Think about it. She's telling him, and he's trying to lie for her. My God. He said, LOL. All right, ma'am. He said, yes, so don't be judgmental towards ladies, men, aka players. And he said, I absolutely will be judgmental. And she laughs. This guy says, they know how to treat women short term to get what they want. Where are they now, honestly? And then she responded to him. She said, have you dated them? Oh, okay. And that's one of my main points why I said, don't listen to me. You can ask black women. She just laid it out for everybody. And it was crazy to see the guy who made that video trying to scold the black man who responded, who tried to tell him the truth, and they literally got into your comments and told you, and you tried to still act like she was playing. That woman.
Now, let's stop right there. Let's see what.
If you had an uneasy feeling about artificial intelligence,
what's really going
you're
on?
Not alone.
So the black community is matriarchal, and it is impossible for us to change that. We have to abandon it. There's no way for us to go in there and perform effective change in the West. No. As long as governments will fund black women's horrible choices in reproduction, there is nothing we can do. We have got to get out of that situation. So, given that, and I would say this is all about government funding. Let's look at this. If you look in the United States, 54% of black men are middle class, single, and childless. You have at least another 25% of black men who are married. That means the rest of them, we have about 16%, somewhere around 16-18% of black men who are creating 80% of the fatherless families in the United States. Who gets the play? Who gets the airtime? It's these pookies who get the airtime. They get the image. So you can't change that. That's impossible to change, because as long as ABW reproduce with these men,
and then point them out as being all of Black America and get government funding for this, there's very, very little. And then they're turning to us, the 54%, who aren't a part of this problem, and saying that we should do the community. That's ridiculous. That's not, we didn't make this problem, the APW did. So what we have to do is, as a group, leave and allow the APW and the government to solve, and Pookie to solve this out on their own. And then we can go outside the West and then make the strong family. As long as your idea, your image as a Black man is rooted in Western ideas, you will never have a healthy image of yourself as a Black man.
Okay, brother. So, to push back there, if you're right, so you're saying we have to leave the Western Black community, brother. I definitely agree with you, brother. I 100% agree with you, brother, right? But, brother, now, take it from a viewpoint of a woman, right, who's assessing different races of men. White men, Asian men, Black men, Indian men. And she's seeing a whole bunch of Western Black men leaving their community. And boy, she might in her mind feel like, okay, these Black guys are abandoning their community, but I'm seeing Asian men stay in their community. But she's thinking, right, if she is a Black man, right, would a Black man abandon her like he abandoned her community? But that's how women think, feel. That's how they think, feel, brother. So how would you classify that, feel?
I don't want those Western women in the first place, so I don't care how they think. Like, if they're thinking that way about them, like, and? No, I'm in Japan, bro. Like, I'm in Japan, I'm dating Juko. I'm dating a 25-year-old right now, or I'm in Ukraine, I'm dating Angelica. You know, I got a gorgeous blonde. Like, what the Western woman, I'm like, I don't care. You got an end count that's so high, you know, that makes a Sears Tower in the World Trade Center look small. So, I mean, I'm just saying, like, Western women's viewpoint has no value. As far as I'm concerned, they're not marriage material. So they can say anything they want. Bring it to Japan, honey. We'll see what you say there.
So, let me see if I get this one in.
Are you wasting money on unwanted subscriptions?
I have lots of monthly subscriptions. Streaming.
He's a 10, but he runs for the bus, so what is he?
I'm a T.
Why?
Because that's just embarrassing.
Why? So you like a man with cars?
No, not even. It's just running for the bus is embarrassing.
So what if he's like, really needs to get to work? Then what?
Miss the bus.
Oh my god, what if he's got family problems? Then what?
That's different though.
No, but what if he misses that bus and he gives you the ick, but he's getting that bread, so is that still an ick?
But that's different. Family problems.
See?
It's an ick. Whatever the hell that means. If a man runs for the bus, even if he's late for work, but if he's going to give her the money from the job that he's going to, then it's okay for him to run for the bus. Unbelievable. Hey, this is Raul. Please act right. Now these Western women have come up with some more nonsense. Something they call an ick. It means that it's something that irritates them that men do. They have videos saying that it's an ick if a man walks on rocks and acts like it hurts his feet. It's an ick if a man gets a haircut. It's an ick when a man touches the water with his feet to test it before he gets in the water. It's an ick when a man is out skiing and he's wearing a snowsuit. So basically, there's nothing a man can do that doesn't irritate a woman. A woman from Western culture, that is.
What is your biggest ick in a guy?
If you imagine someone switching on the shower, right? And then them just waiting for the water to get hot, but they're just standing there naked, waiting for the water to get hot.
What, don't you do that?
It doesn't count.
It doesn't count. I mean...
The worst text to send a girl. The morning text. Good morning, sweetheart. How are you doing? Hope you slept well. You're basically saying you're sick. That text is not masculine. That is not a good text. It shows needy. It just shows that, like, oh, I was thinking about you and I was hoping your morning was going well. That's not what you want to come across as.
Now you see why I tell you guys that when you start dating a woman, to make sure you check out her social media to see what she's posting. so you know what type of nonsense is rolling around in that empty head of hers.
Always, always remember, texting is only to set up the date. Men fall into this trap of sending good morning texts, sending texts like, hey, how was your week? And wanting to talk and have these big elaborate conversation over text. But what happens is you fall into friend zone or you become her pen pal.
Which is not where you want to be. You're better off not associating with this type of woman, period.
Turn off. I can find a man really, really, really hot. The second he sends me an Instagram reel, you're done.
How to easily get rid of a chick like this. If you see something funny or interesting on Instagram, all you have to do is send her the link to the reel. She'll dump you all by herself.
I discovered a new ick. It's when they're following a celebrity, like, I don't know, Sydney Sweeney or literally any female celebrity. That's so icky to me.
Guys, I've developed a new ick at work. It is grown men yawning. Hold it in. It drives me insane. It has happened an ungodly amount of times this week, and it's Tuesday, and I don't understand how they don't know how to just not yawn.
So she's telling me that this gives her a nick, and I didn't even know this was a nick until now.
Wait, it's how a guy closes the curtain. So if he does, okay, walk into it and he does this, that's it. No, it can't be opening the curtain, like closing the curtain like that. But if he does it in a masculine way, like he has to be like, and then walk away like it's nothing, that's okay. You get me? That's girly, but I put effort into it. Don't put effort when you're opening and closing a curtain as a dude. You get me?
Yeah, we get you.
And here's a piece of advice. If you're a straight man at the airport, I want to see you in pants with some structural integrity.
We don't care what you want to see.
I don't want to see you in your comfies. That's not for you.
If I bought it, I'm wearing it. It's for me.
I didn't sign up to leave the house and see you wearing joggers with a hole in it.
And we didn't sign up to care about what you signed up for.
Those things are for girls only. Please put on your jeans, khakis, J. Crew chinos. They're always on sale at the factory outlet.
Give us the money for them, and the next time you see us on a flight, we'll wear them.
It's an epidemic and it's only getting worse.
Then you might want to get used to it.
I've visited a lot of airports, and it seems like as straight men we're taking creative liberties that we don't need to be taking.
If you're not buying our clothes, we can take any liberty we want.
Why do you need to be comfy?
The same reason why you're asking silly questions. Because we can.
It's a sight for sore eyes.
Well, you might want to go buy you some eye drops.
You guys want to wear the pants in society, so wear the pants everywhere. In the airport.
We do wear pants in the airport. Did you see any men wearing dresses?
And if you can't dress appropriately, as my girl Kamala Harris says, do not come, do not come.
Until the airline makes an issue of it, we gon' come, we gon' come.
Here is a list of things that men do that absolutely repulses me, makes my toes curl, makes goosebumps stand up, and steam could blow out of my ears and I could shoot lasers out of my eyes. This is the things that would trigger it. Something happened recently, which is why I'm making this video. If you're a man, alright, and you disagree with what I'm saying, mind your business. I don't care if he has a low pain tolerance. If you're a man, you're not allowed to have a low pain tolerance. Even if it hurts, shut up. Shut up, I don't want to hear you whine about. Maybe because I have a high pain tolerance, but I just feel like if you are going to complain, because like, I stubbed my toe and it really hurts. I can't go up the stairs anymore because my toe really hurts. Grow up.
No, I think you're the one that needs to grow up.
You know what I find funny? When a guy actually goes out of their way and goes and clicks on my profile and blocks me. Like, I hate you that bad that you had to block me. It's giving feminine energy vibes. And it's alright if the girl blocks the guy, but when a guy blocks the girl, it's like, relax. Relax with the emotions.
I had to do that recently.
Now, while she's giggling about some guy blocking her because clearly she was being toxic in some way, what I'm hearing is another man understanding that he should not put up with a woman's nonsense.
Right.
And this is what should happen on the regular.
Right.
No matter what a woman looks like or how much you like her, if she's being toxic, block her and forget her.
Okay, so I might be the only woman in the world that thinks like this.
Warning. If you have a single...
He's about to go off. I'm gonna say this, man. That's why guys are not being bothered with women these days, because they talk like this, and you meet women like this, and it's like it's unreal, and that's why some men are going their own way, or maybe going to another country where females don't act like that. I mean, men are men, no matter what they are. I mean, unless the guy is digging down his pants and scratching his butt or his front end, come on, man. I can see something like that. Or he got a certain smell on him or something. I mean, or he don't brush his teeth, or he don't do his underarms or something like that. Like, I can see you complain about that. But come on. All the other stuff is just so simple. And that's why some men choose to be single. That's why some men, they want to do their own thing, stay in the gym, and try to figure out a way to make money. And that's why they want, because you got to deal with women with that kind of mindset. That's what it is. That's why some men want to be single. It's like I was telling you with the woman that just barely I know for a week, and she asked me for some money. I don't barely even know you. You asked me for some money. It's just the principle of the point. Is that I don't mind letting somebody, but I barely even know you. And it's like, it's the entitlement. It's like he says, and they think because they're pretty, they got a pretty face, and they got a nice body, that's supposed to, and they're female, that's supposed to make it up. And I'm here to let the women to know, like, you're not the only woman. There's some women out there that don't act like that. That most of us single men are looking for. And we're looking for somebody that ain't full of drama, ain't full of childish. Oh my God! Oh, you stubbed your toe. Okay, what if the guy gets shot? What if he gets stung by a bee? What if he end up in the hospital? Oh, what you crying about? And he had an allergic reaction. I mean, it's unfreaking real. I mean, they just so. Them young women need to stay single. There's some young women that just need to stay single. If they gotta be that petty, no. You ain't gonna see them kind of women staying married. If they meet a guy, they ain't gonna be with them too long. They might not even want to marry them after seeing something like that. That is so ridiculous. I mean, it really is. I mean, come on. They need to kind of grow up and understand that people have differences. And to pain tolerance, hell, I don't care what kind of pain tolerance. Every person is different. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And then you see the point with the video about how, when they came to with some of the black women in the community. That's true. It's like, that's what kind of guy that they want. Some women want that type of guy. That's what some women will give that wifey treatment to that type of guy. But the good lame guy, no, he ain't getting that wifey treatment. He get the friend treatment. And that's why I said some men are probably just giving up and just say, and I feel like some men, maybe I just find me a woman in another part of the world that I don't have to be all, I have to be, centered around that there are more women that, and not saying that you're not going to encounter the same thing over there, but you'll encounter a woman that will know how to appreciate a man, regardless of his little ways. Because as a man, we put up with a lot of women's ways. Sometimes we don't. Some of us don't say anything, and some of us can't hold it back, and some of us say a little bit too much. But it is what it is, and so that's right. I mean, these women, they're gonna find out. They act like this, they're gonna find out. It's gonna be a whole. And so if there are some good women here that's listening, that's why you're gonna see a lot of men, because it's like women like that is gonna cause, because men. This is the era. Men are tired, get fed up. They are fed up. I've heard stories about men that, they say, what's wrong? They act like these men don't. This one guy make a video about these men act like they don't want to talk. Look what kind of mindset you got to deal with. Look what kind of attitude you got to deal with. And so, what does that tell some men? And there's some men that probably don't watch these social media, but they see it out there in their little city, in their town. Men out there know what I'm talking about. They just feel like, oh my goodness, like I've been single for a while, but maybe they think because there's no woman checking for me. No, it's not so much of that. I'm taking the point to take some time so I can decide what I want. I may not be to your liking, to your appealing, and this is what you got to let the women know. Well, you don't like all that to me. Well, I'm glad I'm not all that to you, because in this crazy world, I'm somebody gonna find me, and I'm gonna find them attractive. That's all what matters. And that's why these same women gonna be sitting up there. Well, all these men get into relationships, men that they wouldn't even pay attention to. They're gonna have the woman of their dreams. But I'm just saying, for some women who are single here, and you're a good woman, if you don't see no men approaching, now you know why. If you're the type of woman that's not like these women on this video, now you know why. Now you see what the men, what we guys go through from all walks of life, and this been thrown in our face. And now this Tom Soft Guy era, that it's on now. Guys like, okay, if that's the way it is, I need this, I need that. Then what you gonna do for me? Because women been throwing that up in your face for the last 50, 60 years. Now the roles have reversed. It's not just a pretty face and a body no more, ladies. That the men want. This is what we're trying to tell you, but you don't listen. Like you say, men don't listen. You're not listening. You just want to hear what you. And then, like you said, some women do. They try to throw insults. The insults ain't gonna work. You can tell me short or whatever. He this, and this, and this, and this. At the end of the day, the same women that are doing that is gonna find themselves being alone, and they're gonna be bitter and bitter and alone. Meanwhile, the women who aren't like that just kind of humble in themselves, will have the long-lasting marriage and long-lasting life and everything that comes with it. But too bad some of these women are young and they think that they're pretty and they need validation, and maybe a few guys give them a little favor validation, and it blew their head up. That's what it came down to. It blew their head, and that's why. So now they can't handle it. Not some of these women regretting how crappy they've been acting, and they should. And hey, it is what it is. Remember, it's like Media Man said, you choose this. It's nothing we can do. We can't make you get intimacy with us, because that's marital assault. Now, you know, not the sex word or rap word. So you can't do that. It's in your ball court, but you choose that in America and other Western countries. So you gotta decide. So the men are backed up. I've been saying this for a while. The men are backing up. Now the men are fed up, and the men that's single that's left, they making plans to split. I'm telling you, you gonna be seeing nothing but married men here. I'm telling you, these ladies don't know. They just think that they can just keep throwing insult, and you can shame insult, but one day you're gonna wake up. And the ones who do that, you're gonna wake up. So no matter how loud you scream, how loud you cuss, how loud you insult, in the end, you're gonna see more men leaving, and it's gonna be the women that's complaining. It's gonna look yourself in the mirror. So the best thing for them to do is just humble themselves. You can't humble, time gonna humble you. Trust me. So that's my piece of advice. And man, keep your head up. You know that not all women are the same. There's some women on the planet that love you. regardless of what you look like, how much your bankroll is, your height, your weight. And this women just love you just for your personality and your inner side, what's in the man. And that's what the Western women don't understand. But they're about to find out. Alright then, take care, be blessed, and good luck on your dating and on your relationships. Be blessed.